Okay, so as I was saying about the AFC South, the Texans are once again going strong. They're now 6-3, and they're the only team in that division with a winning record right now, and they're still going strong. And just like 2011, 2012, 2015 and 16, and 2018 and 19, they're expected to make the playoffs in a second straight year. And the second consecutive year is actually being a leap year, just like 2012 and 2016. So, it looks like a lot of changes are being made for Houston. They're definitely getting better than the team I saw them back in 2020, 21, 22, where they were hardly winning any games and they fell flat on their face. This is not the Texans team I saw looking bad back then. This is a new and improved Texans team. And they definitely deserve the playoffs in Texas more than the Cowboys do, because I can't stand the Cowboys. If the Texans and the Cowboys may turn in the Super Bowl, I would so root for the Texans. My money would so be on the Texans, alright. When it comes to Texas teams, Houston's the team I root for in the NFL. And especially because they never won a Super Bowl before either. They definitely deserve a Super Bowl one day. Even though they lost to the Jets last night, I still have high confidence for the Texans. And the three other teams, they're not looking so bright. The Colts are 4-4, which is like an even record, but I don't think it's perfect enough. And the Jaguars and the Titans, they continue to look bad. The Jaguars are definitely going to be a no-show, and the Texans, I don't know what happened to the Texans the last 2 years, but things have looked really rocky for them lately. Like ever since 2022, they end up falling short, and then they just missed the playoffs after 2022, after the 2022 season ended. And then they ended up looking bad completely in 2023, and they fell last place in the division, and they became 6-11, and they ended up suiting a bad NFL team for being 6-11, which is like a bad losing record, but not that bad. And now they're being one, and now they're 1-6. But I think they're going to end up being the Patriots this Sunday, because the Patriots are looking horrible too. I really think they're going to destroy the Patriots, though. I have confidence for that this Sunday, because the Patriots can't do anything unless the Jets are in town, which was pathetic of what I saw this past Sunday. Because the Giants weren't playing till Monday against the Steelers. Yeah, so I really think the Titans could beat the Patriots, but it's definitely a no-show for them to make the playoffs. So moving right along to the NFC South, the Panthers are the worst team in the NFC right now, and they're expected to be a no-show in the playoffs, alright. It's definitely out of the question for them to make the playoffs this year, especially because they're 1-7 right now. The Panthers aren't really doing anything, and they're not really winning any games right now. The Panthers just look flat out bad, and they really need to change as quickly as possible. They really need changes this offseason, because I'm seeing the same Panthers team I saw last year, where the team's just falling flat on their face, and they're just burying themselves and staying in last place all year. And the Saints are continuing to look bad, believe it or not. I don't know what happened to the Saints after 2020. They were winning all these games the last 4 years from 2017 to 2020. And then all of a sudden, we were at the very last week of the 2021 season, and the Saints ended up losing a game, like, shy of one win, and they missed the playoffs. After being very close to making the playoffs, they just missed the playoffs. And I thought it was just 1 year, and maybe they'll turn things around in 2022. But the Saints once again got close, and then they disappointed once again. And then the same old cycle happened in 2023, and they missed the playoffs once again. But the Saints look worse now than the last 3 seasons. The Saints actually look worse than they did the last 3 seasons when they were just shy of one win into the playoffs. But now the Saints just look worse, and they look flat out ready to miss the playoffs this year. And the Buccaneers, they no longer have Brady, and now they're starting to fall flat on their face too. I told you guys this already. I don't know what the NFL's deal is to be so reliant on Brady and depend too much on him to make a team look good, and then Brady's gone and he retires and the team falls flat on their face. The NFL has to know that Brady's not going to be around forever. If your team's going to be that bad off without Brady, you should have got better players, and take better care of the situation and take better action. It's like I said with the Patriots, they should have took better action. But I'm actually starting to see good signs for the Falcons. I really think this could be the first time the Falcons actually make the playoffs for the first time since 2017. I'm starting to see more change for the Falcons, and I'm gaining more confidence on them. The Falcons are actually making changes, thank goodness. Because it's been a while. And the Falcons definitely deserve better. After spending so many years in the bottom of the division, alongside the Panthers. Yeah, them and the Panthers were the two teams that were always in trouble lately. Yeah, I don't think the Panthers are going anywhere for a long time. They need a long rebuild for themselves. It's like after they got eliminated in 2017, from the 2017 playoffs. That's when things really took a turn for the worse. The Panthers became this horrible team where they couldn't really do anything. Yeah, that's when the nightmare just began for the Panthers. I don't think they're going anywhere for a really long time. I think actual rebuild has to happen as quickly as possible for them. They need like a draft lottery or something in order to better themselves. So let's talk about the West divisions in both the AFC and NFC. So in the AFC, the Chiefs are actually on an 8-game winning streak right now. They just took down Las Vegas back on Sunday. The Chiefs are going strong, believe it or not, and they're actually winning a lot of games again as usual. The Chiefs are still this strong team. I want to see if they're actually winning. If they're actually on an 8-game winning streak right now. A correction, the Chiefs are 7-0 right now. And they actually haven't lost any games yet, which is a great thing. The Chiefs haven't even lost anything yet. And that's an awesome thing. I never thought the Chiefs would be this strong, but they are a really strong team. But they actually look stronger than ever now, being 7-0 this year for the peak of the NFL season where they haven't lost anything. Who knows? Could they be the 2007 Patriots where they the Patriots didn't lose anything, and we could see a 17-0 Chiefs team. Who knows? I won't be surprised if the Chiefs actually do end up like the 2007 Patriots, where they went 16-0. But for the Chiefs to be 17-0 because of the extra week 18, that was added ever since 2021. Yeah, so the Chiefs are a really strong team and they haven't lost anything yet. And they'll continue to win more games. And the Broncos are actually surprising people this year. They're actually 5-3 so far. They're actually surprising people. And the Broncos spent all these years looking so bad. And after their 2016 Super Bowl, that's when their downfall actually begun. And they always fell to the bottom of the division and hardly won any games. But now the Broncos are surprising people here in 2024. Just like what happened to the Royals after they won against the Mets in the World Series. I hate to bring that up, but it's true. The Royals looked so bad the last several years, and now they're surprising people. Just like how the Broncos are. The Broncos are surprising people this year by winning more games. And they're actually in a wild card spot right now. Hopefully they'll finally make the playoffs after all these years. And the Chargers, I think, are getting better too. But I don't think the Raiders are going to make it this year. I think the Raiders are going to miss once again, like they normally do. And lastly, we have the NFC West. And right now, a lot of the teams are like having tied records right now. It's like really tight right now. I don't know who's gonna make the playoffs and who's not. Right now the Cardinals are in first place and they're actually 4-4 and they're tied with the 49ers who are also 4-4. And the Rams and the Seahawks, I don't know what's gonna happen with them, and it's really hard to determine who's gonna make the playoffs in the NFC West, but only time will tell. And we'll see what happens in Week 9 and who will take the division this Sunday. So yeah, we're in the peak of the NFL season, and that's how everyone is doing in the NFL right now. And I guess that's it. Bye.